Let's put together a Chariot Honeycomb frame. First, we're going to assemble our deep frame by using glue on all the edges and nailing it or using a nail gun to hold the frame in place. In this picture, you can see Mike is putting glue on the end bars. One of the end bars has screws in it. Make sure those screws are facing outwards. These are shoulderless frames, so they're going to be a little bit different than what you have used in your apiary. He's using standard wood glue available at any hardware store. And he's going to assemble the top bar, and then he's going to tap it into place with his mallet. If you have a hammer or a mallet, they both work equally well. You don't need to use a lot of pressure, just tapping them into place. Now you have a choice here. You could use a finishing nail if you would like to do this by hand. We happen to have an air assist nail gun that we prefer to use. That this just puts a little staple in the hilt of each sidebar. We've also done this using a jig as well when we want to assemble many of them at the same time. Next thing he's going to do is he's just going to wipe off a little bit of the excess glue. You can see it says Chariot at the top of the frame. And now he is going to go ahead and assemble the Chariot cassette itself. There are 4 pieces to the Chariot cassette. If you have a branded top bar, that gets assembled at the top of where the little slits are on the sidebar, and this can just be pressure fit together with your fingers. You see Mike just squeezing it together. You don't really need any special tools. Your fingers should be strong enough to put these together yourself. It's going to put both of them together because we need 12 for the entire frame. He's just popping that second one together. What should be a nice firm fit, nice and square. And the next thing he's going to do is he's going to take the wax leader, which is made out of cut comb wax, and just feed it through the little slots here at the top. Doesn't really need anything special to hold it in place. Gravity is going to do that for us. And then you take your handy X-Acto knife and you just trim it flat on the outside. He's going to repeat the process for the second cassette. And that little piece of wax should just slide right through. We've made sure to include a number of them in your box in case some of them get messed up in transit. And again, you just trim off the excess. Next thing he's going to do is he's going to take those 12 frames and he's going to assemble them right into the deep Langstroth frame. Here he is just wiping off the excess glue. It's your choice whether you want to do this or not. We do it just because it makes everything look a little bit tidier. So now we're going to take those 12 frames and we're just going to position them into the middle of the deep frame. Nothing special or complicated here. The only thing that's going to be required from this point is a screwdriver just to tighten them into place. We understand that not everybody has the same size frames, and moisture and humidity can also affect the size of the frame as well as the size of the cassettes. That last frame cassette just fits right into place. And now Mike is going to take a screwdriver that fits the little screws. I believe it is a Robertson screwdriver. But if you don't have a Robertson, this is also a multi-use screw that will fit a standard cross screwdriver if you have that in your kit as well. And here he is. And all that those little screws do is they just tighten up the cassettes so that they stay tightly into the frame. Just a little bit more tightening. And we just center those cassettes right in the middle of the frame, so that they're nice and secure so they don't pop out during transit. And as soon as you have tightened these, they're going to be ready to pop into any Langstroth deep box that you see fit. All done.